Behind Hollywood's perfect smiles and red carpet shine is a truth few ever admit. In a world where youth is power and beauty is currency, the fear of aging can become overwhelming. What starts as a small cosmetic touch-up can quietly turn into a dangerous cycle, one with lasting physical, emotional, and career consequences. These stories aren't told to judge or shame, but to expose the hidden cost of chasing perfection. Tonight, we step past the filters and the fame to reveal the reality no one wants to talk about.
This is where everything changed.
Before the nicknames, before the headlines, before the world decided what to call her, Jocelyn Wildenstein made a choice that would forever place her at the center of global fascination. Love her or judge her, no one could ignore her. Often labeled by the media as Catwoman, Jocelyn became one of the most recognizable and polarizing figures in the history of cosmetic transformation. Her striking, feline-inspired appearance sparked decades of speculation, controversy, and public debate. But behind the sensational headlines lies a far more complex story. Despite widespread belief that her look is the result of extreme cosmetic surgery, Jocelyn has repeatedly stated that much of her appearance is natural and influenced by genetics. Regardless of the truth, her image evolved into a cultural symbol, forcing society to confront uncomfortable questions about beauty, control, and personal autonomy. To some, Jocelyn represents fearless self-expression. A woman who reshaped herself according to her own vision, unmoved by public opinion or traditional standards. To others, she stands as a warning of what can happen when cosmetic enhancement crosses an invisible line. What makes Jocelyn Wildenstein's story endure isn't shock, it's the conversation she provokes. Her life challenges society to ask whether individuality should have limits, or whether true freedom means the right to exist unapologetically, no matter how extreme. At 47 years old, Bryan wasn't chasing fame, youth, or attention. She was simply looking for confidence. In 2009, she believed a routine facial filler would give her a subtle refresh. Nothing extreme, nothing risky. But what happened next will change her life forever. This is where everything changed. During the procedure, Carol was injected with a dangerous substance, later reported to include industrial silicone never approved for cosmetic use. Almost instantly, her face began to swell. The pain was intense, and instead of healing, her condition rapidly worsened. Beneath the surface, irreversible damage was unfolding. Doctors attempted multiple corrective treatments, but each attempt failed. As her appearance continued to deteriorate, Carol slowly disappeared from public life. She stopped seeing friends, withdrawn from family, and struggled silently with overwhelming emotional trauma. At her darkest moment, she admitted she no longer wanted to live. In 2013, Carol underwent a highly complex reconstructive surgery that restored limited facial movement. But the cost was permanent. Damage to her optic nerve left her blind in one eye, and she faces now a lifetime of ongoing surgeries and medical care. Bryan's story is not about vanity. It's a cautionary tale. A reminder that even minor cosmetic procedures can carry devastating consequences when safety, ethics, and proper medical standards are ignored.
Before the cameras, before the criticism, before the headlines, Donatella Versace made one thing clear: she would never disappear quietly. In a world obsessed with flawless youth, she chose something far more dangerous: reinvention. Long before her appearance became a topic of debate, Donatella viewed transformation as power, not insecurity. Her relationship with image began early. At just 11 years old, she started lightening her hair at the encouragement of her brother, fashion icon Gianni Versace. That single choice sparked a lifelong journey of self-definition through style, boldness, and visibility. As the years passed, Donatella openly embraced cosmetic procedures, including Botox, dermal fillers, and advanced skin treatments. The result was an appearance that refused subtlety, dramatic, unmistakable, and entirely her own.
Critics were loud. Opinions were divided. But Donatella never retreated. She rejected the idea that beauty must soften with age or conform to tradition. Instead, she chose confidence over approval and individuality over comfort. To her, beauty wasn't about looking younger, it was about looking powerful. In an industry that rewards conformity and punishes difference, Donatella Versace stands as a reminder that when identity is owned unapologetically, it can outlast trends, criticism, and even perfection itself. She was once the face of an era, confident, radiant, unforgettable. Lyn May didn't rise to fame chasing attention, she earned it. Born Lilia Guadalupe Mendiola, she became a celebrated dancer and actress who defined glamour across Mexico and Latin America in the 1970s. For decades, audiences admired her beauty and commanding presence, but as time passed, Lyn made a decision that would change everything. Not out of vanity, not to look younger, she simply wanted to correct a small facial irregularity she had lived with since childhood. It seemed harmless, routine, safe. That trust would cost her everything. Lyn unknowingly placed her faith in the wrong hands. During an unregulated cosmetic procedure, she was injected with baby oil, falsely presented as a safe filler. The consequences were immediate and devastating. Her face became painfully distorted, and despite undergoing multiple corrective surgeries, the damage only worsened over time. Fans were shocked. The industry was forced to confront a harsh truth. Lyn May's story wasn't about excess or obsession. It was about deception, lack of protection, and the dangers of unlicensed cosmetic practices. Her journey stands as a heartbreaking warning. When safety, credentials, and ethics are ignored, beauty can come at a permanent price. And behind every procedure lies a responsibility that should never be taken lightly. Before the fame, before the controversy, Pete Burns made one thing clear: he would never be ordinary. As the unforgettable frontman of Dead or Alive, Pete didn't just perform music, he performed identity. And the world couldn't look away. Best known for the global hit You Spin Me Round, Pete was just as famous for his ever-changing appearance as he was for his voice. What began as a single nose job slowly evolved into a lifetime of cosmetic procedures, reportedly hundreds, each one an attempt to bring his outer image closer to the person he felt inside. For Pete, plastic surgery was never about vanity or chasing youth. It was art. A living canvas, a form of self-expression as essential to him as music itself. But the cost was devastating. Many procedures resulted in severe complications, infections, and constant pain, forcing him into repeated corrective surgeries. Doctors warned him. The risks were clear. But Pete believed perfection was always one change away. Behind the bold makeup and fearless confidence was real suffering, physical, emotional, and relentless. His body bore the consequences of a vision taken to extremes. Pete Burns' story lives at the intersection of creativity and excess. It's a haunting reminder that when identity becomes inseparable from transformation, the line between self-expression and self-destruction can quietly fade until it's too late. She didn't want to look real. She wanted to look unreal. And once Pixee Fox committed to that vision, there was no turning back. Known as one of the most extreme cases of cosmetic transformation, Pixee set out to reshape herself into a living cartoon character. This wasn't a phase or an impulse. It was a carefully constructed identity. Every procedure was intentional. Jaw reshaping, ear modifications, and, most controversially, the surgical removal of 6 ribs to achieve an impossibly small waist. Doctors warned her. Many surgeons refused to operate, citing severe, even life-threatening risks. But Pixee persisted. To her, the body wasn't just biology. It was art, a canvas meant to be redesigned, refined, and pushed beyond natural limits.
To supporters, Pixee represents radical self-ownership. A woman exercising complete control over her image, refusing to apologize for her choices or conform to traditional beauty standards. To critics, her transformation raises deeper concerns about obsession, exploitation, and where the line between autonomy and self-harm truly lies.
Pixee Fox's story forces an uncomfortable question society often avoids. In a culture that celebrates extremes and rewards shock, how far do we encourage transformation without protecting the person beneath it? And when does freedom stop being empowering and start becoming dangerous?
She didn't stumble into fame, she built it, one procedure at a time. Jayne McConchie calls it becoming a real-life Barbie. And from the very beginning, she made it clear this was never about subtlety. A social media personality from Australia, Tara had already spent more than $85,000 USD on cosmetic procedures by her early 30s. Multiple breast augmentations, several nose surgeries, endless rounds of Botox and dermal fillers. Her dramatic transformation quickly went viral, earning her global attention and appearances on shows like Botched. But unlike many cautionary stories, Tara has never looked back with regret. She documents every surgery proudly, treating cosmetic enhancement not as a correction, but as a lifestyle, an identity, and a brand. Even when doctors raised serious concerns about her health, especially her low body weight and desire for even larger implants, Tara refused to slow down. To her, transformation is empowerment, control, proof that her body belongs to her alone. Yet her story reflects something larger than one individual. It highlights a cultural shift where extreme aesthetics are rewarded with views, validation, and influence. Jayne McConchie forces an uncomfortable question. In a world driven by attention, does constant transformation bring true empowerment, or does it simply move the finish line further out of reach? He didn't want to stand out. He wanted to transform. What the world saw as extreme, Avner saw as destiny. Known globally as Stalking Cat, he became one of the most unforgettable figures in the history of body modification. Dennis was not a performer or a thrill seeker. He was a Navy veteran and skilled computer technician from Michigan, guided by deep spiritual beliefs and Native American influences. In his early 20s, after what he described as spiritual direction from a tribal elder, Dennis made a decision that would define the rest of his life: to physically embody the spirit of a tiger. It began quietly, with symbolic tattoos, but over time the transformation intensified. Dennis underwent more than a dozen irreversible procedures, including facial bone restructuring, subdermal implants, ear reshaping, extensive tattooing, and permanent dental alterations. Working with professional body modification artists, he pushed beyond conventional limits of medicine, identity, and self-expression. To some, his appearance was shocking. To Dennis, it was sacred. In 2008, he entered the Guinness World Records as the individual with the most permanent body modifications designed to resemble an animal. His journey was never about attention. It was about belief, identity, and the human desire to live authentically, no matter the cost. It started with one procedure, and suddenly the world was watching. Jordan James Park didn't plan to become a headline, but his transformation made him impossible to ignore. Often called the British Lip King, Jordan is from Birmingham, England, and first gained international attention after a lip enhancement went wrong. That moment led him to appear on the TV show Botched, where many expected him to step back from cosmetic surgery. Instead, Jordan did the opposite. He leaned in. Inspired by reality star Kim Kardashian, Jordan chose to fully embrace his unconventional look. Over the years, he has undergone numerous cosmetic procedures, including multiple rhinoplasties, liposuction, chin implants, and repeated lip fillers. He has spoken candidly about the physical pain, emotional strain, and the reality that cosmetic surgery can become addictive. Doctors warned him. Critics questioned him.
but Jordan never apologized. For him, transformation isn't about approval or fitting in, it's about control. Control over his body, his image, and his identity. He has openly stated that his choices are acts of personal freedom, not mistakes. Jordan James Park's story forces a difficult conversation. Where is the line between self-expression and self-harm? And who gets to decide when someone has gone too far? In refusing to conform, Jordan challenges modern beauty standards and reminds us that autonomy often comes with consequences. Behind every dramatic transformation lies more than makeup, mirrors, or headlines. These stories go beyond shock value and altered appearances. They reveal pressure, insecurity, identity, and the true cost of chasing perfection in a world that rewards extremes. For some, cosmetic surgery became a form of self-expression. For others, it became a painful warning. And for all of them, the distance between choice and consequence was far thinner than expected. Hollywood celebrates youth, beauty, and reinvention, but rarely speaks about the risks when that pursuit goes too far. These journeys remind us of a simple truth. Confidence can't be injected, and self-worth can't be sculpted. Subscribe for more untold Hollywood truths. Like the video and hit the bell, because what's hidden often matters most.